pull that down, Mark. Don't pull that.
Okay, have a seat. Good job, man, that's all right.
I'll reading now as well on that. When you had to fit it all over the wall. When it was out, you then left that go and kneel down, get the reading, you know how it should be done at this stage. Well, what's the reading?
Take two.
Smile on the camera. Nice. Bell, you can hear it. Hear the bell.
PVs, or patrol vessels.
From the corvettes, steam vessel, I've seen the advent of diesel into the units, into the Navy. I've served on board the minesweepers. I've been on board all the PVs, and you know there is a difference. I mean, you need just look around and see the type of people who man these vessels. No, it's unbelievable.
How do you rate them?
Computers and what I would call typewriters and push buttons and everything. Not like us, like when even to try and wash yourself was an effort, someone else's effort. You know, so there's no doubt about it. Beautiful little ships.
Michael's working life was in Waterford Glass, but his role in the Slua enriched and moulded his broader life. And he says the camaraderie and discipline of the Slua would do the young men of today a power of good.
I think myself that the young people, especially students, who might have a night or a weekend, I think they should be encouraged to join. I certainly do. They should be encouraged in the schools, number one, and certainly they should be encouraged by the people who are trying to run this country.
And what would it do for them?
It would, as I said, the word we used, it would make men out of them.
As Lieutenant Commander Burke took the salute from his company, a scene of firm jaws and glittering braid, but all tinged with the sadness of a farewell.
Of course, I'd probably cry on Wednesday night.
An operation requiring great accuracy, especially in rough conditions. A rope is extended between the vessels to transfer cargo from one ship to another. People are sometimes transported this way as well. And if things go wrong, the consequences are obvious. The Defence Forces take these exercises extremely seriously. Senior civil servants and top naval and army officers are here to observe.
Once a year we take the opportunity of rendezvousing all 5 ships in the same area and to sharpen up the crews in the various evolutions and exercises that they could be called upon to carry out at any moment.
How difficult are some of the tasks that the Navy have to carry out?
Well, they're quite tricky, and as you can see astern of us here, there's a replenishment exercise taking place with 3 ships travelling along in very close proximity to each other at speed, and this involves passing a rig between the ships, and this rig can be used for transferring cargo or personnel. So this calls for very fine judgment on the ship's captain's part and the crew who are handling the rig.
Now the atmosphere becomes tense aboard the Etna. A simulated air attack by 2 Air Corps Kruger jets is expected any minute, but it's not known exactly when or from what direction the jets will attack. The 2 Rheinmetall guns prepare for action. They're loaded with rounds which explode before reaching their target. Sailors put on protective gear, and at the bridge, radar screens are checked to trace the attacker. Silence, anticipation, and then it happens. Next, an Airport Dauphin helicopter comes in to land on the Etna's flight deck. The Dauphin has a crew of 4 and carries up to 7 passengers. It's able to fly at night, and it's used for surveillance and for search and rescue operations. To ensure that the helicopter is not blown into the water in gales and high sea, the craft is secured to a special grid on the ship by a harpoon type clasp. The ship's crew wear action station dress, and firemen in asbestos clothing are on standby to deal with the ever-present fire risk. The helicopter pilots get orders to simulate the winching of a wounded man from a ship 100 miles offshore. Once again, it's an extremely delicate operation. Taken safely inside. But the helicopter is now supposedly running out of fuel, so it's going to refuel while it's still in the air. The ability to do this is necessary in conditions when the chopper cannot land. A hose is passed up to the helicopter, refueling takes place, and the Dauphin is free to resume its search and rescue duty. Speculation is widespread at the moment that the Navy is shortly to get 2 more ships, bringing its total to 7.
I'm not aware of any final decision on that matter. As you're probably all aware, the department is negotiating at the moment, possibly for the acquisition of 2 ships, but I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not at this stage.
As the lengthy exercise concludes, there's a final formal ritual, a salute to the Naval Chief, Commodore Liam Brett, from each of his vessels. The saluting finished, the ships disperse to various parts of our coast to resume their normal duties of fisheries protection, pollution control, sea rescue, and of course, protecting Ireland against foreign attack.
For one of the great traditional sailing festivals of the year, the annual Crimea na Mord was held in Kinvara in County Galway over the weekend. As always, it attracted huge crowds. The success of the colourful weekend event was, however, marred by tragedy.
We've been joined by others who've travelled by boat from the off islands to join together up here at the garrison outside the hotel to sing their songs of praise. And what better way to start than with one of Charles Wesley's greatest, "Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing." Of Tresco is the only place in the northern hemisphere where such a wide range of plants from the southern hemisphere can grow without being under cover. Flowers bud here in December and are in our florist shops on the mainland in January. The growers concentrate their efforts towards having them ready at a time when they're not available elsewhere. The other major source of employment is fishing. Although in summer, leisure boats far outnumber the fishing boats in Hewtown Harbour. One thing that you don't see in the Scillies is serious crime. So young and old alike walk the streets at any time of the day or night, quite free from fear, which makes the policeman's lot a happy one. There are, of course, problems associated with small island communities. There's a primary and secondary school in St Mary's, but for further education or even to pursue job prospects, young people often have to move over to the mainland, and that's a source of sadness to their families and friends. Sitting here in this lovely spot, surrounded by the enormity of the sea and sky, it seems natural to reflect on life and our place in it. To borrow the words of our next hymn today, who fathoms the eternal thought, who talks of scheme and plan? The Lord is God, he needeth not the poor device of man.
Mid-morning and Alvin sights the ocean floor. According to the Atlantis control team, Titanic is only meters away. Ballard hits bottom. This is what he's waited for 10 years. These black and white pictures come from special light-sensitive cameras mounted beneath the Alvin. They can capture far larger sections of Titanic than the expedition's color cameras.